Welcome to live drum practice. This is number 30. We've made it to 30, which is kind of awesome. Uh, I started the song. This is day 2 on Smells Like Teen Spirit. If you guys want the sheet music or want to help support us make more music, make more videos, all that good stuff, become a member at musicbythemeasurespro.com. We appreciate your guys' support and kind of gives us feedback on what songs you guys value, what you guys need exercises on. Right now, I'm working on Smells Like Teen Spirit. Day 2. Day 1 was rough. Day 1 was pretty ugly. A little frustrating. Ugly, frustrating, and it was a practice I just had to keep on going through. A lot of left foot technique that I just don't have developed. Actually, a lot of right foot technique that I don't have developed either, and that interplay between open hi-hats. So I kind of I don't know. It took me like 40 minutes yesterday to come up with some ideas of how to practice this, which is a lot of what these videos are about, right? Like, how do I want to break this down? How do I want to figure this out for myself? How would I teach this to a student? So I just have to kind of like rework that, and also like I might have stayed up till 3 a.m. After I did this live. I did a guitar live before that, and I just jammed on some Blackbird and had some fun and some vocal practice, which is a little bit different. I'm trying to carve out time for everything that I need to get done. Anyway, so I'm waking up. I'm shaking off a little bit of dust in my cobwebbed brain. I'm having a little caffeine, and we're just going to kind of come up with those exercises again. The one that I thought was most beneficial, I mean, I don't know if I'd even call this an exercise, is working on hands, feet, hands, feet. I mean, it is an exercise, right? Like it's a stripped down version of what you're supposed to play, but it was enough to like kind of just get the momentum going for each. All right, I'm gonna quit talking. I'm gonna start at 40 BPM, which is super slow, and we'll do hands a couple times. We'll do feet a couple times. We'll try to put it together, and maybe it'll go better than yesterday. Maybe it won't. We don't know. We'll find out. And 3 and 4 and so on these 16th notes or 8th notes. Oops, that is not what I wanted at all. Sometimes loop gets shut off on this, so let's fix that. All right, that should be better, hopefully. 2 and 3 and 4 and so even though I said hands only, I'm going to put my foot in there, right? 1 and 2 and so I can teach him where he needs to go. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So great little exercise to get the mechanics down for this. 4, 1 and I was gonna say something. I think I already forgot what it was gonna be. It I can't see your name completely, but it's Nirvana. But I'm playing it so super slow. It might as well be like jazz version Nirvana. So full speed. I think it's. Sorry, bro. My screen's a little bit too small. I think the last name is Baton. Baton. I can't pronounce anything. But yes, it's Nirvana. Smells Like Teen Spirit. Full speed's 118. I'm kind of doing it. I'm trying to learn the mechanics of how to play this. I use the word mechanics a lot. I don't have the skill set to play this. So what is that skill set I need? And that's kind of what I'm breaking down. On a Sunday morning, having some caffeine. Might have had a couple too many beers last night. All right. So foot-wise, or hand-wise, that's pretty decent. Let's try to count this foot. So we got 1 E and 2 E and 3 E. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4. And very much like you're walking. I don't have great posture by any means. So like I have to like think about, I don't know, it's almost like yoga. Like I have to be in this perfect balance of having my right foot up just a little bit, my left foot off of the pedal so I can close. So 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 and let's do a little bit slower because 40 is going to be slow. 1 E and 2 E and Um, Something I noted yesterday. It's very natural to keep my left foot closed the appropriate amount of time. Again, this is very picky, nuanced stuff, and picky because I'm not a good enough drummer to just do it in innately. I have to like think about these kind of things as I train myself to become a drummer. The foot is very natural to stay closed if I'm doing hands or if I'm doing feet. It's when you put them together that all of a sudden things just get, you know, off rocker. 3E and 4 and 1E and 2E and 3E and 4 and 1E and 2E and 3E and 4 and 3E. You see how much I'm rushing it. 1E and 2E and 3E and 4 and 1E and 2E and oh shoot, no, I got it wrong. 1E and 2E and 3E and 4 and 1E and 2E and 2E and 3 to 4 and 1E and 2E and 3E and 4 and okay, like better than yesterday. I can kind of hear it more. Sometimes if I don't count that one, you can hear I put that kick drum on one. All right, so let's kind of warm up on both together, and we'll see if we can do this. See already, like thinking about that foot. 1E and 2E and. All right, that's not terrible. I can make that work. All right, let's try it with metronome and see what happens. 1E and 2E and 3E and E and 2E, 3E and so my first time wasn't bad, and then I just couldn't play it 2 times in a row. And 2E and 3E and 4 and so other than not being able to play it in time, and 2E and 3E and 4 and 1E and every once in a while the foot leads a little bit more than I'd like it to, but the idea is there. All right, we're going to go up by 4s. Do the same thing over and over again. It's going to be hands, feet, and then before we get to 118, like probably around 80 BPM, all of a sudden it'll click, and I'll be able to play it. And then again, you're not learning this drum part, or I'm not learning this drum part. I'm unlocking the code of how to play drums better, period. Songs will teach you that. Exercise will teach you that too. Basically everything will teach you how to play drums better. And 2 and 3 and 4 hands. 1 and 2 and drums, my guy. You can see I'm struggling a little bit. Whenever I have to start a song and then I have to move it like this low, You can tell it's a little bit challenging for me. I was talking about this last night where I've taught this a ton. But it's one of those songs where you teach and you show the student how to play it slow. And then you're like, go practice. Go practice. I'll see you next week. And they come back next week and they have it. And you're just like, oh, crap. They actually worked on it. They got better. So, yeah, it's a struggle bus for me. It's one of those, too, where, like, if I have to play it for a student at a faster tempo to show them, I'll just kind of, like, play it sloppy. I won't worry about, like, the foot hi-hats and stuff. And kind of crossing my fingers that they don't notice, like, oh, shit, he can't actually play that. It's a good lesson in, like, humility, but also, like, hey, maybe you should get your shit together and practice a little bit. Are you practicing or working anything today, drums? All right, 44 hands and then feet. Do a couple hands. Dude, this one's hard to play fast, though, too, right? Drums just said this is a hard one to play slow, and I'm like, it is. And some of that is that balance, right? But I feel like if I can work on that balance, it's never going to be like a negative thing for me to get down. One E and a 2E, a 3E, a 4, and a 3E and a 4 and 1E and yeah, I get it. Having somebody else in the house. So Drum said he hasn't practiced yet today, which is legit and fine. Like it's 12, almost 12 o'clock where I'm at. And I had a little bit of a slow start. Now the funny thing is I'm actually in like this barn shed. Someday I'll have to do like a behind the scenes of what this place actually looks like. It's more like cottage than a barn, but it looks like a barn. But I played until 3 o'clock last night. Had some just tunes playing on the loudspeaker and running through stuff. But like, there's nobody else here. There's a house like 150 feet away. So I like every once in a while, if I'm playing drums really late, I have to be concerned. But yeah. So Drum says it's easier for me to play faster because I had spent quite a bit of time working on how to play the beat without realizing it was. Oh, bro, that happens. Dude, but that's the other point about, like, learning a song. You learn this song, all of a sudden this idea shows up in, like, 7 other songs, right? And you're like, oh, man, I've developed my left foot better because of this song. So, again, why I'm like, okay, obviously I'm obsessive, but that's one of the reasons. But I'm okay just spending an hour on this because it's going to pay off either now or sometime down the road. Okay. Yeah, we got to do a couple more feet. Try to hear that and not count all the 16th notes because there's some wisdom in that too. It's almost cheating by going 1E and 2E and 3E and now it's good to do, but 1E and 2E and 3E and 4 and 1E and 2E and 3E and 4 and one thing I'm trying to get into my head is that a 2, a 3, a 4. If you can hear that, all of a sudden, like, your feet are going to start keeping time for you, right? So that 1E and 2E, 3E, 4 and E, 2E, 3E, 4 and that's the ambition. And I always say that, like, I can hear where it's supposed to go. That's hearing it in my mind. I hear what it's supposed to sound like. All right, my caffeine's kicking in. And 2E and so feet 1E and 2E and and put both together. Other than the hi-hat's not happening for whatever reason. Four and one E and 2 E and there it is. Other than rushing it. 4 and 1 E and 2 E and that's the idea. All right. So there, because of today being today, there's no reason to set your intention for your practices, right? Today, in my mind, I don't care about getting anything perfect. I just want to keep on pushing hands and feet, faster tempos, and because I think it's going to connect the dots quicker for me. So even though that was a little sloppy, our ambition is to never play it at 44 BPM. Let me say this the right way. I should be tight. I should be tight all the time. My rhythm should always be good. But right now, my intention of practice is to get this up to speed. So if I spend an hour on this, it's not going to be getting me to that goal. There might be a follow-up there at some point. Bro. Well, Drum says he honestly can't read music. Tried to learn, but didn't work. I have said multiple times, you can read music. You don't. Not that you can. Everyone can. Everyone can do a lot of things. Probably not fly, but we could do a lot of things. I don't think you have to read sheet music. Is what I was trying to say. Early on in my teaching career, I was like, you have to learn sheet music, and if you don't understand sheet music, you're never gonna learn. And then I kind of got a little wiser. Where I'm like, oh, some people have good ears. Some people learn through that. I'll always say it's another way to learn. It's never gonna hurt you to learn. I dare bet if we worked on a couple things, I think we could get you to read sheet music, especially if you go to one of these earlier ones was either Free Falling or Seven Nation Army. It's quarter notes. It's very straightforward. There's eighth notes in the song as well, but I mean, for the most part, it's simplistic enough where you can spend time reading the sheet music, and I think there's some huge value in that. Again, you don't have to. There's drummers that Paul McCartney supposedly can't read a lick of sheet music. Now, that's probably a lie to a degree, right? Put a chord sheet in front of him, he probably can read it. Is a chord sheet music? All right, I'm going to quit babbling. But yeah, to each their own, right? There's 100 ways to do it. If sheet music is something that you want to learn how to read, you totally can do it. It'll take some time. Now, when you get to more complicated rhythms like this, like that takes a while. I like to think about that. But also, I think early on, students who can do a good job of mimicking, like if I can get this 1 E and 2, and they can just kind of like fake their way around that while I'm doing that, eventually they're going to be able to do it. They're going to be able to parrot it and then do it on their own. So hands to 2 E, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 and 'Thought I could do it, but I couldn't. Now, not great, but 1,000 times better than the idea that I had for it yesterday. You know what I mean by idea. going up to faster speeds. 52. You can kind of see where my patient's at, like on a normal day, where I maybe have taken a nap already. I would be like, all right, let's do this 10 more times. Today I'm like, let's go faster. Let's do hands. Let's do feet. Let's put it together, and then go from there. Yesterday was a very grueling practice. Peace, bro. Peace, bro. Peace, drums. Talk to you later. I think I can get this down. I think it's going to be like a 3 or 4 dayer for sure. But as soon as I get these 2 beats down, it's almost the entire song, so I'm not overly concerned. But yeah, yesterday was very grueling practice. Like just not like it was just trudging through water. It was also the first drum live that I did in like a week. Just bad allergies and whatnot. So it's probably knocking some rust off and doing a new song, which might have been just a little too much. I also find when I do a lot of the setup stuff, it wears my brain out, and then I have to switch to play. Setup, play, and yeah, it's my excuse. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 E and 2 E and 1 E, 2 E, 3 E, 4 and 3 E and 4 and 1 E, 2 E, 3 E. And 4 and all right, it's getting there. Again, 52 when the full speed is 118 is a little bit of a distance, but we'll get it. We'll get it. Hands, feet, put it together. You guys know the drill by now. 1 and 2 and 3 and one E and 2 E and 3 E, 4 and 1 E, 2 E. Not getting that second 16th note, the E. 1 E, 2 E, 3 E, 4 and 1 E. All right, we'll try this together. This might be like as fast as I can go at this point. 2 and 3 E and that's pretty damn good. Again at 56, but rushing that last eighth note. E, a 2 E, a 3 E, a 4, and 1 E, a 2 E, a 3 E. I could kind of play it once. You could hear the rhythm wasn't completely there, but. So I can kind of see your name. Sorry, I think it's either Flips. Sorry, my guy. Or FHPAZ. Sorry, is how I'm gonna pronounce that. Probably not correct. Here's the sad thing. I'm 41, and I taught for probably 12 years. Taught drums. Now, again, when I started teaching, I was teaching little kids, so it was like, play this beat. And then, I tried to be a little bit serious about it, but I was learning a lot and I was teaching a lot. So the short and quick of it is I've been playing for a while. I've been trying to be serious for the last 3 years. It hasn't worked out well for me either. So yeah, maybe like if you put them all together, it'd be like 5 years of drumming. And that might be generous one way or the other. I should be way better. Maybe I should say a year. If you condense it all down into a solid year. And a lot of this video series is about me just getting better at drums. So we'll say I've been playing for 15 years, 12 years, but I've been practicing seriously for about 1, maybe 2, maybe 3. If you go back to these old videos, I think, so before we actually launched Music by the Measures, we were doing videos on this channel, and I would do a drum lesson video because students at the studio would want it or need it, or I thought it would help them. And some of those I could fake a beat. I could get through some things, but it was never flowing. I would never consider myself a drummer, and I don't consider myself one yet. I'm drummer adjacent, drummer getting there. That's my really, really long answer, but good question. It's also when somebody asks, "Oh, you're a drummer?" I'm like, "No, I play drums." I'm like, what quantifies you being a drummer? A good friend of mine plays in a cover band, and he's been practicing for 3 years. But he's the drummer. He lives for drums. And he works on it more diligently than I do. I'm a dabbler. I'm a dabbler trying to be a more seriouser. This really isn't working out for me grammar-wise. All right, let's do 58. There were a couple in there that worked. I think I've seen kids learn this in a matter of weeks, and within 3 months of lessons can do really, really good, especially if it's what they're focusing on. Obviously, it makes a huge difference. One E, a 2 E, a 3 E, a 4, and. I think it's Flips. Sorry, bro. It's hard, or bro, Argale. I use bro as, interchangeably. I say hey dude a lot too, or my guy. I think it says Flips. My screen's a little far away. Sorry, my chat monitor's a little far away. 1 E, a 2 E, a 3 E, a 4, and. Do you play drums, by the way, my guy? thought 54 was going to be my last, or 56 was going to be my last number. But it's still working, so I'm just going to keep going until it doesn't work at all. This is my drive it till it breaks scenario. E and a 4 and 1 E, a 2 E. See, Flips, this is what I like. You gave me a very concise answer. I gave you like a 15-minute speech. Oh, bro. Dude, how old are you, if you don't mind me asking, Flips? There are students that come in, and this is not me at all. There's students that I've had that come in, and either on guitar or drums, and you're just like, this is an instrument. This is an instrument for you. You were made for this instrument. You understand rhythm. Actually, I had this new kid the other day. A friend of a friend, and teaching him, and just very natural in the drum set, very natural understanding rhythms, to the point where I was like, man, you kind of have just a disposition for this. I've seen kids, actually I had a girl student years ago who her fingers were just molded for the guitar, and it was so cool to see how her hand just understood where to go on the guitar very naturally. Maybe did a little bit of piano before, but sometimes, like, dude, it just happens. What songs are you working on, man? What's your kind of musical taste and genre and whatnot? No, I don't remember if I did 60. This happens quite a bit. It's memento. All right, let's do 62. Because why not? And 2 and 3 and 4 and... Hey, bro, make sure you follow the channel. I love to watch. I don't know. It's odd. I've been working this through in my own head. There's something about these online relationships that I think are so cool. Like, I want to see what you're playing on drums, and then if I see one thing that I could help you out with, or maybe you've been like, bro, even though you're only 15 and I'm 41 and I'm super old, you could be like, hey, man, you're playing this wrong. When I learned this, I did these 3 things, and I'd be like, oh, that's a good input, my guy. Flips, as I would say. I would say, thanks for that input. So yeah, if you have any drum videos, I like to watch them. And trying to get better at, I don't know, my own friends, when they send me videos, sometimes I'm like, I have to watch you play drums, or I have to watch you play guitar, but I mean, we're all kind of trying to share and get that feedback and learn. So right now, No One Knows. Oh, dude, No One Knows by Queens of the Stone Age is a hard one. Sultans of Swing. I don't know if that's hard or not. My Hero by Foo Fighters. Nice, bro. Oh, Chop Suey. Dude, that's good stuff. So yeah, leaning towards a little bit towards that harder rock. I'm more of like a Tom Petty Beatles fan. I was working on Blackbird, singing last night, and after I did my drum live, and then I fell asleep to the White Album, to the point where it was a little creepy, like I was waking up on certain songs, and I was like, oh, this song's haunting. But yeah, that's good stuff. So I'm guessing just heavier rock, and like I said, if you have videos on your channel, like, comment, or post a link, I'd love to check it out. I'm always jealous, too, when somebody's 15 and I go, shit, that kid's good, or he's better than me, and I'm like, we all grow differently. All right, let's do a couple 62. Maybe did this already, don't know. 1 and 2 and... 2E and a 3E and a 4 and... So Sultan Swing. Yeah, I don't. See, like I'm sure I've taught Sultans of Swing before, but maybe I didn't spend any time on it. I know I taught the Queen of the Stone Age song before. John's actually working on writing Chop Suey. I think he'll have that done in a couple months. He's got a couple other things on his list. So I'm aware of those songs and the difficultness of it. I just cannot think of Sultans of Swing, even though we do have that sheet music. That's cool, bro. Maybe someday you will put drum videos. I think another thing is, like, I've had a couple people watch and be like, and I don't think they were mocking me, but they're like, this is awesome that you're doing this. And it's going to show progression. And it kind of encouraged them to be like, hey, these aren't perfect and they don't have to be perfect. You're practicing. You'll get better. And feeling comfortable with putting them out there too. All right, 66, and then we're going to move on to that other section. So my leg is actually tensing up. So we're going to try to play this both together, even though I don't think it's going to go good. Okay, so that sometimes it works that way, right? I probably don't have 10 of them in me. It'd be funny if I did 10 of them in a row, but... We're going to call it good. So happy with that. Happy that I'm starting to get the mechanics down. If we double 66, shit, I can't do math, but it'd be like 118. I'm not going to grab my calculator. You guys can now know that I don't know how to do math. All right, let's review this beat, and let's turn this down to, like, I don't know, 56. So we got 1 E and 2. Oh yeah. See you, bro. Good meeting you. Take it easy. New idea. I had some problems with this the other day. Or this is like the weak link in the armor. Is this 2 a 3, 2 a 3? It might be the 16th note there, and then the 16th note there is enough to get me. So I know it's a sticky spot. I call that sometimes for students. I know it's a spot that's going to throw me off as we get to higher tempo. So let's slow it down, fix it now. All I'm going to worry about is 2 and 3. As soon as I'm comfortable with 2 a 3, 2 a 3, I'll put the 2 a 3 E and a 2 a 3 E and a. All right. So 40 is pretty slow. The 3 E and a 2 E and a 3. 2 E and a 3. 2 E and a 3. And 2 E and 3 E and 3 E and 2 E and 3 E and I don't feel like we need to go super slow in this build up, so let's do this. Do the exact same thing. So we got this 2 and 3. And then as soon as we get comfortable with that, 2 and 3 E and you can hear I'm a little late on that E, which is the snare E, which is why I'm trying to fix that. 1, all right, it's B2. 2 E and 3 E and 2 E and 3 E and okay. And 3. Two E and 3 E and 2 E and 3 E and for some reason, and probably because my leg's just tired and not having great form, can't play that. 2 E and 3 E and 2 E and 3 E and there we go. 3 E and 3 E and it's probably what's gonna have to be eventually. There, I'm just not on the right beat. That's okay. Let's go to 50 and try this. Sometimes it works when you go to a faster tempo. Sometimes it just shows you that you're not good at it yet. The 2 and 1 E and 2. 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 'Cause as my leg gets caught up. All right, so not great on those kicks. Let's just try to put this whole beat together now. Let's go to 60. Let's see how that is for us. So we got 1. I guess I don't need that. But 1, a 2, a 3 E and 4 and 1, a 2. Just got to make sure I don't rush that 3 E and 3 E and 3 E and 3 E and okay, we'll see what happens. 2 E and 4 and a 2, a 3 E and 4 and 2 faster. As soon as it's like starts to get unmanageable for me, I'm gonna try to just do 1, a 2, 3, and a 4, and I think just doing the kicks over and over again is gonna help me. Obviously, anytime you can separate it a little bit is gonna help you put the idea together. 1, a 2, a 3, and a 4, and 1, a 2. Some were good. Some got a little sloppy at the end. One, a 2, a 3, and a 4, and 1. All right, we're gonna speed this up. 68. Good. Same process, right? This is just where I'm at. I'm going to have to do this over and over again, and it'll slowly get up in speed, which it is. Anytime it starts falling apart, go back to simplifying it, playing through with the metronome, without the metronome. Both are great. It's just doing both back and forth. 68, you know. Oh, I totally screwed up the math on that other one. 66. Still can't do it. Comment below if you know 66 times 2. There's a 12 and another 12, and... I missed the hi-hat there, which was happening last night quite a bit. But we're getting the idea. So we're over halfway. I know that much about math. You know, maybe because I'm focusing on drums. No, I couldn't do math regardless. 3 and a 4 and 1, a 2, a 3 and a 4 and 1 and a 2 and 3 and... 1 and a 2 and 3 and a 4 and... Now, the one before that, the last one was okay. I kind of gave up on that last kick. That's how I want that tightness of the kick. I want when I'm playing everything else. It's not there yet. I think it'll, you know, obviously it's not up to speed either, but I want that tightness no matter what speed I'm doing. I want that rigidness to the rhythm. 1 and a 2 and 3 and a 4 and 1 and a 2 and 3 and a 4 and 1 and a 2 and 3 and a 4 and 1 and a 2 and 3 and a 4 and 1 and a 2 and 3 and a 4 and 1 and kind of getting on that 2 a little bit. 1 and a 2 and 3. 1 and a 2 and 3 and a 4 and... Four. So it's getting done. It's not getting done pretty, you know. It's not well in time. and see it getting much better, much quicker. So 72 is not bad. Definitely faster than we started. Just because I'm a glutton for punishment, I'm going to spend 5 minutes before I'm done just reviewing this again. Kind of get like a double payoff of practicing it twice in one day. Ideally there'd be a nap in between running through it again. But it'll either be better than it was a minute ago or it's going to be worse. We'll find out really quickly. So we'll do hands, feet, try to put it together. I have to hear where that's gonna go. And a 2E and a 3E and a 4 and 1E and a 2E and a 3 and 4 and 1E, a 2E. So that's tough. 1E, a 2E, a 3E, a 4, and all right. So I can tell today that's not going to get any better right now, which I'm fine with. 68 BPM, I'll live with that. I'm guessing I don't want to, adhere to that, but 3 more days of practice on this, I think we can get up close to 118. All right, I'm going to wrap that up. If you guys want the sheet music, want to help support us, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, but also become a member at musicbythemeasurespro.com. If you're learning songs, we'll write any song that you guys want. Become a member. We'll do videos. Just let us know what you guys want and what you're looking for, and we will gladly help you guys out. And you guys have